Okay, so we're gonna start. Please open up your book on page number 18. Yes, 18.
Number 18. 18, 18, 18. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, let's get started this lesson by practicing a little bit of reading. Okay,
Okay.
this is a little bit similar, like exactly similar actually, like in the Bits of First exam. We have to read all of this through 4 paragraphs,
Mm,
and the options are here. They are 10. You have to decide in what sentence is mentioned in every single paragraph. Okay,
mhm.
so let's analyze it together. The first option is mentions the challenge of making familiar essence very personal. So, in what paragraph is mentioned this statement? So, help me out reading the first paragraph, please. It is about
Yeah.
Blake Morrison.
Okay, for sure. Blake Morrison. A stranger flicking through my childhood photos, my sorry, deduced that we were perpetually a holiday in North Wales. Let me see something. Yeah, okay. And that my father never accompanied us, but he wasn't abstain, merely hiding behind the lens in his Nikon. Most of his snaps were taken without us noticing, but a few were trick photos, such as the one with my mother, sister, and me, arranged above each other on a hill
Heel, yes.
to look like acrobats standing on each other's shoulders. Despite their painfulness, my chief feeling when I look at those photos is sorrow that the times they commemorate can be retrieved. It's essential I know worse, though, would be to have known at all. My favorite photo is one of my mother in pigtails as a child, an image unknown to me until a few years ago. When a cousin sent it, the earliest image I had of her till then was graduation photo. I feel shut out from her past, and the lack of picture was part of the reason. Yeah, okay, that
Okay,
sounds good.
so in this paragraph, what do you think are mentioned? What tenses here? What sentence, sorry? What sentences? You have
Eh,
10.
okay, it's it.
Number one, I guess that not right.
No,
No.
really no.
Number two,
Believes that
maybe?
there is perfection and acceptable to hinge an image in a photograph. Believes that it's perfectly acceptable to hinge an image in photograph.
Do you
Uh,
think?
no, I don't think so.
Number three, suggest that someone could form an inaccurate impression by looking at certain photos.
An inaccurate impression. Could be.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, could be.
Yes. Number three is letter A. But why?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's for the part that it say that where it said that for is my
Yes.
mother in pigtails as a child. I must say I know me until a few years ago when I was sentenced. That could be the reason.
Yes, something like that. It is because it says at the very beginning, it says a stranger might deduce that we were perpetually on holiday. Yes,
Okay.
but he wasn't absent. It can describe like someone that
Mm-hmm.
outside is, it would have an idea, a wrong idea, an inaccurate impression
Okay. The
about
strange from
your
my.
father. Yes, that is why.
Mm-hmm.
So number three, sorry, is letter A. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cross out this one. Okay. So this one is done.
Yep.
Number four, acknowledges a chance of opinion about everyone having the potential to take good photographs.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Number four, it is not. Number five, describes the emotional impact of not having access to family photographs.
Hmm? Describes the emotional impact to not having access to family photographs. Yeah, could be. Yeah, I think so
Yes.
because at the end it said that he feel like bad because they have the photos, the lack of pictures.
Yes, that is the answer. It says that I felt shut out from her past in a lack of
Mhm.
pictures was a part of my reason. But have you ever heard about this phrase? Actually, this is a phrasal verb, shoot out.
Feel should out. Yeah, that
What is
is like
what do you mean
feeling
by that?
blue. Yeah,
Yes,
I don't.
it is
Yeah.
like you feel like it has a negative impact on your
Hmm.
emotional balance. Yes.
Yeah, you
When the
feel
mother
so bad with
was
something.
younger. Perfect. So
Hmm.
number five is letter A as well. So let me cross it out. Okay. Number six. Admits to feeling overwhelmed when it comes to managing and evaluating photographs.
No,
Number
no,
five.
no,
Number six, sorry. No, right? No.
no.
Number seven, maybe?
Regrets not using the opportunity to take more photographs when young. No, I don't think so. They are not talking about
Yes. No,
younger photos. No.
it is not. Number
Wo-
eight.
Wonder whether people would value their photographs more if they possess fewer, possesses fewer.
Yes, if they had fewer.
If they had
Have fewer.
fewer. Ah, if they
Yes.
have fewer.
Yes.
Okay. Wonders whether people would value their photos more if they possess fewer.
No, right?
Okay, I don't think no. There is
Yes.
no like saying why I
Mm-hmm.
haven't more
Yes.
photos. Yeah.
Number nine.
Yeah, refers to the unique ability to of photography
Photography.
to capture photography to capture an exact point in
In
time.
time.
Refers the unique
No, the
ability.
paragraph, it
No,
doesn't talk about that.
no, darn, no.
The last one.
Refers to a feeling of sadness brought on by viewing a particular series of photographs. Yeah, could be.
Yes.
By the end, it says something similar. The part that feels shut out.
Yes. It says my chief, sorry, feeling when I look at those photographs is
Mm-hmm.
sorrow. You know what is sorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorrow.
Sadness and sorrow. That is completely normal to hear.
Yes, that is.
Mhm.
So this one is the correct answer. Letter A as well. Let me cross it out. Okay.
Yeah, okay. For a start, it doesn't look so hard at the
Yes.
beginning.
From the very beginning, it doesn't look like if it was a little difficult. But now we have to find out what are the answers of the next one.
Yeah.
Now, paragraph letter B. It's about Mary McCartney. Please give it a
Ah,
go.
okay. Let me see in my book. Yeah. I have a vivid early memory of going to a dark room with my mom and seeing a blank page put into a chemical bath and becoming a photograph. Incredible because I grew up around photography. I assumed anyone could take pictures. Now, I realize not everyone has the eye. It's hard to do proper shoot or go into deep. It takes time and attention. When I go on assignments, I might use my iPhone, my Purify Leica, my digital camera on my Polaroid. I upload my filters sometimes. I am not that purist about it. In the past, you'd pick a certain type of film for a certain look, and today's filters are a similar concept. The modern version of choosing the right mood, family pictures are the most precious, and I have a set of prints I carry around in my wallet of my kids, my husband, and my parents. I look at those rather than writing a diary. They're very evocative and textural. I replace them when they get worn out. Yeah, when it doesn't work.
Okay. So based on that, let's find out what are the answers. Number
Mhm.
one, it says mentions the challenge of making familiar scenes very personal. Do you think
No,
so?
I don't think so.
No, right?
No.
No. Number two, believes that
Hmm.
it is perfectly acceptable to enhance an image in a photograph.
Hmm. believes that it's perfectly acceptable that enhance a image in a photograph. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Yes, because it says that I upload filters
Mm-hmm.
many times and I am not that
Yeah, I'm
purist
not super
about
worried in
it.
that.
Yes, it
Mm-hmm.
means that he accepts to enhance that photographs. Perfect. So number two is B.
Yeah.
Number four. No, sorry, number yes, number four.
Yes, four. Mm-hmm.
Acknowledges a chance of opinion about everyone having the potential to take photographs, to take good
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
photographs.
I think that is good. A change of opinion about everyone having a potential to take a good photograph. Yeah, I think so.
Yes, perfect. This is the letter B as well. Nice. Number six. Admits to
Admits.
feeling overwhelmed when it comes to managing and evaluating photographs. Number
Admits a
six.
feeling of overwhelm when it comes to managing and evaluate photographs.
I don't think so,
No,
right?
no, no,
Number seven. Regrets not using the opportunity to take more photographs when young.
no. It not said nothing about
It
it.
doesn't sound like this. Number eight. Refers to
Wonder.
the unique ability or not. Yes, right? No.
No, no,
Wonders whether people would value their photographs more if they possessed fewer.
no. It not say nothing about less
Yes.
photographs.
Number nine refers to the unique ability of photography to take an exact point in time.
Yeah, could be, but I'm not sure because it said something similar at the beginning. I have the vivid memory, the chemical bath, because I grew up photography. I assume anyone.
Let's take a look at the paragraph once again.
Yeah,
In this case, are talking about an ability of photography to capture the exact point in time.
refers to no, the unique
No.
ability. No, 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 not
Okay.
as ability. No, I,
Right.
yeah,
Okay. So it means that we have to go over now to paragraph letter C.
yeah.
C and O. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hagan. Okay,
I remember
yeah. I remember a Kodak Instamatic
Instamatic.
that appeared every holiday or family gathering. The rest of the time, it resident in a kitchen drawer. The area it could be taken out, loaded up with film, and used it to record my everyday life never occurred to me. I wish it had been otherwise. Now, I have thousands of digital photographs stored on my hard disk and none printed out. This fills me uh, this fills me with a bad anxiety. I shoot certain things repeatedly, landscapes whizzing by from moving frames, people dozing on at
Yes.
the tops of the trees against the sky. I think photographs should be simultaneously intimate and everyday. That's the that's a tall order, but the best photographers pull it off. I once shot the interior of my father's garden shed.
Yes.
The images felt like a portrait of his mind and all the stuff he had collected. For me, they possess great meaning, something to do with time and mortality and memory. All the things photography seems they evoke like no other's art form because of its very nature. The split second already gone.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
So one thing here is that number one mentions the challenge of making familiar scenes very personal. In
Yeah,
his
I
case, I
think so.
guess, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Because the clue is in I think photographs. It says an extract. It says I think photographs should be intimate and everyday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tall order.
Yeah.
What do you mean by a tall order? This is a useful
So,
phrase. This is an idiom in a second level that means that something is very hard, very difficult. It's a
so
challenge. It's
difficult.
challenging. Yes, that is the meaning. So it best fits here. So number
Yeah.
one
Okay.
is letter C. Okay,
Yeah.
let me cross it out this one. so we cannot get confused. Okay, number six is missing. Admits to feeling overwhelmed when it comes to managing and evaluating photographs.
That means you feeling overwhelmed when
In the
it
paragraph,
comes.
it was talking about evaluating photographs. I don't think
Mm-mm,
so. No,
no,
right?
nothing about it.
No. Number seven, the idea, right?
No,
No,
no.
sorry,
Regrets?
regrets, not using the opportunity to take more photographs when young.
Okay, I don't think so. The older red, the best photographers pull it off. It wants into family garden. I don't feel regrets in this paragraph, or it
Actually,
don't
there
look.
is one. There is one. Because it says, I wish it hadn't been otherwise.
Ah, yeah, I wish.
That is a
Mhm.
regret. I wish it had been
I wish it
otherwise.
had, yeah, otherwise.
That is why
Yeah,
it is letter C as well.
I wish it had been otherwise. Yeah, there are regrets.
Number
Mm.
8 wonders if people would value their photographs more if they possessed fewer ones.
And the other people would. Mm, I
Talking
don't
about
think
the
so.
value of the photographs, I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think so.
No. Refers to the unique ability of photography to capture the exact point in time.
I think so. I think so because I read something about it. Uh, just for a moment, for the
The clue is here. Let me look for it. It says, where is it?
simultaneous every day,
Yes, it is
intimate and
a
every
split
day.
second. Let me look
Uh-huh.
for it. Where is it? I don't know where is it.
I think it's by the end.
Let me
Mm,
see.
I think it
Seconds.
is not because they
Seconds.
say for me they possess great meaning,
Yes,
something to do with the
the
time and
split
mortality and
second.
memory.
Yes, the split second already gone. It refers
Mm-hmm,
to a point, to an exact point, and it is very
mm-hmm,
quickly in a time.
mm-hmm.
Yes, a point in
Yeah.
time. Perfect. So number 9, it's letter C as well. Okay, so it means that letter number 6 and number 8,
8
they are letter
must be letter D.
letter
Yeah.
D. Yes, okay. So we have carried out this exercise. Okay,
Yeah.
it was not difficult, right?
Yeah, that was not difficult at all.
Yes, okay. Now it's time to work on this part. It is about talking about the past. In this case, we have to work on or make a reminder on the simple past, the past perfect, the present perfect, or either the simple present, the simple past, or the simple past continuous.
Mm,
Yes.
past
In this
perfect.
case, there may be more than one possible answer. Okay, so
Mm,
if it is the case, you have to explain any difference in terms of meaning. Okay, so number one, remember, it is all about the past. Okay,
mhm,
I never use my French until I attend that
mhm.
conference.
I have never used, yeah, I have never used my French until I attended that conference, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna show you, right?
I have, yeah, I have never.
Okay, but first, would you like me to give you this all of this explanation about the past, or
Uh, the past, well, actually, I think
or
I know the rules and where is necessary to use each pass, but
okay, so I think it is not necessary, right? Because it is a lot of information, and I am
mhm.
not, and I don't want you to get overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Okay, so yes, the number one is I have never been. I have never used, sorry, I have never used in the past perfect my
mhm,
French until I attended. No more than that. I
yeah,
attended, yes, in simple past. Number two,
yeah,
that's the third time I have
um,
to tell you to stop shouting.
yeah. I have to tell you.
Yes, I have had to tell you. Yes, perfect. Number three, it looks as if he cried
Look
again.
like he is crying again. His eyes are all red and puffy. It looks. as if he is crying.
Remember that it is all about the past.
Mm. Had cried again.
Yes. No, in this case, it's the present perfect continuous.
Had crying.
Yes. That's the
Had been
third part.
cried. Had been crying.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It looks as if he has been crying.
Has been cried. Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's been crying again. His eyes are already puffy. Number four. I used to get so annoyed with him because
Mm,
he always lose things. I used to in the past
I used to get so annoyed with him. He always lo-
lose
l-
things.
lost 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 things.
Try to analyze it, please. I want you
Yeah,
to try
okay.
it.
I used to get so
Okay.
annoyed with him.
It means that you, yes,
Yo solía estar muy enojado con él.
with him
Yeah, okay.
because
Let me add
he
something
what?
because he used to lose. No, yeah,
We
because
have always,
he
right? Yes.
always used to lose things.
Because he was always losing things.
He was. Mm,
He was always losing things, and that is why I used to get annoyed with him.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, number
Was
five. That is
was always
the
losing.
past continued, right?
Yeah, the past continues. Yeah,
Number
he was
five. She
always. Yeah. She eat a particular well she
large
a
meal
particular large meal,
and
and
she
she suddenly
started
started. Hmm?
it
That
is
is,
like a narrative tense.
yeah,
Yes.
she a particular large
In this
she,
case, you have a wide range of possibilities.
yeah, the first that comes to my mind, she didn't eat a particular large meal, and
Actually,
she suddenly
she was doing that.
she
So
was
it can say you can say either she ate a particular meal in
she
simple
ate
past, or maybe she was eating
she
is
was
is
eating
another
a
one, or
particular.
maybe she
Mhm.
had eaten in the past
She had
perfect, or
eaten.
maybe she had been eating. Any of
Mm,
those.
yeah,
That is up to
this
you.
sounds like the typical sentence to explain the past the perfect tense and
Yes.
the past simple.
Yes, the simple past perfect.
Yeah.
Number six. Yula
Yola
leave
work.
work for the day when the email arrived.
mm, Yola
In this
have.
part as well, you have in the first one, leave,
Yeah,
you have three possibilities.
yeah, I think there is the like the five again. Like leave work for the day when the email arrived.
Yes,
Um,
arrived is perfect, but the first one, it could
yeah.
be either Yula left work, the
Hmm.
simple past, or maybe Yula had left work
Had left.
in this past perfect, or
Hmm.
maybe Yula was leaving work.
Was leaving work.
Yes, that could be any
Hmm.
of those. Okay,
Hmm.
the next one, please.
You know that book? Hmm? You know that book you ah me about last week? Okay. Well, I buy it. Look. Okay. You know that book you have told me? You know
Hmm.
that book you have told me about last week? Well, I bought it. Look, I think
What is
you
it? It
know
just
that.
we have one trick here is that you have to read it start over and over and over. Okay,
Mhm.
until you get what is the context.
You,
You
you
know, in
know
a
that
conversation, right? You know that book that you me about
told me
last week.
told me last week.
Yes,
It
that
sounds
you
like
told me.
told me,
Perfect.
and
That you
that you
told me.
told me last week. Well, I
You
I
can say
bought it.
I bought it, or maybe
I
I
bought
have
it.
bought it. Any
I
of
can bought
those.
it. I can
I have
yeah.
bought it, or only I bought it. Any of
Mhm.
those. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Number eight. I hate that school.
If
If
I.
I not do my homework, they used to punish me in the past. If I do it, they would tell me to do it again.
Mm, okay. I hated that school. If I didn't do my homework,
Perfect.
they used to punish me. If I did it,
Hmm.
they tell me do it again.
Perfect. That is, if I
Yeah, that.
didn't do
Mm-hmm.
my homework, and the second one
They punish
is
me.
if I did it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Further ways
Okay.
of talking about the past. Okay.
Yeah, further ways.
In this part, we have to choose what is the right alternative. We have
Mm,
I was 13, number one. I used to know. I used to would know. I used to knew the words to all their songs.
when I was 13, I used to know the words all to Alderson. I used to know
It could be
I
I used to know, I would know, or I knew.
the words to Alder.
Remember,
I knew.
what can yes, but what
I
kind
knew.
of verb is use?
I
Sorry, no,
used.
no, no, sorry, no. What
No,
kind of
that
verb?
there is a irregular verb.
Yeah, but it is another one. It is an stative verb as well.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. So with would, we cannot use the verb, which is an stative verb. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
cannot say never, never would no, no. Would,
Mm-hmm.
we cannot use it with stative verbs.
Yeah.
So it means that the possible answers are I used to know or
Oh, I
knew.
knew.
Yes,
Or knew.
any of those.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Number two, it's years since I have written, haven't
Mm,
written, which is the same, right?
mm-hmm.
No, no, it is not
No, no,
completely
no.
the same. No, it is in negative. Rode a
Net.
skateboard. I am not sure if I could do it now.
It's yours since I I read it.
Yes,
I'm
it's
not
written.
sure if I could do it now.
Yes, I've written. Perfect. I have written. Number three. I would like to have traveled. I would like to have liked to travel, or I would like to have liked to have traveled more before settling into a
Okay.
full-time job.
Okay, that sounds difficult. I like to have travel. I have liked to travel. I have liked to have traveled. Um, I I would like
What do you think?
to. I would like to. Yeah. Okay. Let me analyze it. I would
Okay.
like to have travel. I would like to. Before to setting. I think is the first. That is the most easy to translate for me. I would like to have traveled.
Okay. I tell you that we're on number three, right? In this case, any of the answers are possible. Any of
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
Because
Just
we say, I would like to have traveled. Perfect.
yeah.
I would like to have liked to travel as well.
Hmm.
Or I would like to have liked to have traveled more. It could be
Okay.
any of those.
Yeah. For instance, I just well by me I just said me hubiera gustado viajar más.
Yes, that is. In case you choose one, it's correct. Well, because all of them are right.
Okay.
Okay, number four. I remember that concert. It was the first time I've seen, I had seen, or I was seeing the band play live.
Mm, I I was seeing the band playing live. I remember that concert.
Remember
It
that
was
all of
the
these are
first.
like narrative tenses,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of a
I
little bit.
I
But
was.
I
It was.
remember that concert, right?
Yeah,
It
I
means
remember.
that you look back to the past.
Hmm.
I remember that concert.
It
It
was
was the
the
first time
first time.
I
Uh,
had seen.
I had seen, yeah, that,
Past perfect. I had
yeah.
seen the programs. It was the first time. Okay.
Mm,
It is like
mm,
kind of similar like in the reported speech.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Number five. I would rather my parents didn't make, wouldn't have made, or hadn't made me go to piano lessons when I was little.
Mm,
Regrets
yeah,
or wishes.
yeah, regrets. The regrets used to go with
Past
would,
perfect.
with the yeah, the first part with would, the next part with past perfect.
Remember, when it comes to talking about regrets or wishes, it
Yeah,
is likely that it is going to be past perfect. So the
yeah,
answer
that
here
that
is
is,
hadn't made.
yeah. Regrets normally is used with the third conditional would plus
The past
past
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Yes. So I would. It is like I wished that my parents
I
hadn't
wish
made
I
me
had.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Number six. She was going to work. She was going to. She was going to thinking to work, or she was going to have worked in her mother's business, but decided instead to continue her studies.
Okay, I was reading the number seven. She was going to work. She was thinking to work. She was going to have worked. Was going to work. She was thinking to work. She was to have. Mhm. She was.
Okay, in this case, two options are possible, and it is a little bit interesting here
Okay. I,
because
I
the options are she was going to work is one, thinking to
mm-hmm.
work, not that
No,
obviously not. But the other one is she was to have worked in. Have you ever heard about this expression that we just
not
use
to
to
have worked.
be with the preposition to and then the verb
Mm-mm.
no? It is to express the future. For example, she was to, it means that she will. She was
Mm-hmm.
about to work. She was going to
Mm-hmm.
work. That is the meaning.
Yeah.
It works exactly the same in the in present, for example. She is to work. For example, it means that she
Mm-hmm.
will work.
There is the use of the verb to be
hmm
using for future.
Yes. So it is the verb to
Okay, I
be
have.
either in present or in past, or maybe in a past participle, but with a preposition to.
Yeah, okay, I have heard it. I never see it.
Yes. She was
Okay.
going to work or she was to work. It's the same. It's exactly the same.
Mm,
But in this case, is to have worked.
yeah. Okay, I
Yes.
got it.
Okay. And the last one. No, it is not the last one.
No, number
Number
seven.
seven. After he had done, after having done, or after being done it once, he was happy to give it another presentation.
After he
Okay, we have to describe being
he
done.
was.
No,
No, I
it
don't
is
think so.
not. So the other options are possible. Any of those, both.
No.
He had done it after he had done it, or after having done it,
Mm-hmm.
which is the same.
He was happy. Another presentation. Yeah, it
Yes.
has.
Number eight. It hasn't rained once since I have been there, or since I got there, or since my arrival.
Okay. For me, whatever of the three, I
Yes,
hasn't rained on since it have been here. I got here at my arrival. Yeah,
all
for
of
me,
them are
the
correct.
the, the three
Perfect.
it sounds good.
Yes, all of them are correct. Nice. Great. Okay. So as I tell you, there is a little bit of explanation, but a little bit because it is
Yeah,
a lot of
but
information.
yeah, because I think you have to you have to explain all the past tenses, the how to use it, the uses for the
Yes,
future.
it
Yeah,
is because there are a little bit tricky parts. For example, you know all of the rules, right? How to use the
yeah,
simple past, but it is not all about that. There
yeah.
is more beyond that because, for
Mhm.
example, in this part, you didn't know, right? This one, like it was, she was going to work and she was to,
Sure.
right? So there is a little bit of details that we can go over about the past. Yes,
Go beyond that part.
but as I told you, it is. a lot of information actually. It is this, it is this part, okay, in which we go over some every single detail about the past tenses.
Mm, yeah.
Yes. So do you think it is necessary to go over this?
Yeah, I am not sure, but at first glance, I don't think so. But mm,
I am asking you because I want to know if you need. Okay, if you need, we can do it. If not, there is no any problem.
okay, I don't think the past simple or continuous is necessary, but I don't. I think it could be a good idea to review the perfect times.
Okay, just let's go over it very quickly, okay? The present perfect simple can be used to talk about recent past events, as you know, which have some relevance to the present, okay? That you know. Also to describe situations which started in the past and continue to the present, which is the same as well. You know this. But in this case, to talk about events which occurred at some between in the past and the present, and the exact time they occurred is either unknown. So you don't know if what time they occurred, and it is unimportant. For example, I have already seen United play 3 times this season, but you don't know when, right?
Mm,
After this, after it is the first, the second, and the third, etc. For example, this is the fourth time I have seen it play this season, or maybe
mhm.
this is the first time that I have seen it play season. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
after the expression it's plus either two or three or etc. A years or a long time since, the past simple is also possible. For example,
Mm,
it's years since I have had or since I had porridge for breakfast. It can be
mm,
either the simple past or the past perfect, the present perfect, sorry. Also with another perfect, present perfect to describe two states or actions which have existed or have occurred together. For example,
mm,
we have been burgled twice since we lived there. You see, we use the present perfect to state two facts at the same time.
mm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the present perfect continuous. In this case, you know what is that. Okay. The past perfect. As you know, the basis, right? To show that a past event or situation that occurred before another past action or situation. Okay. To describe situations which started in the past and continue to a later point in the past as well. After that, it was the first or the second or the third or so on time. For example, we went to Switzerland last summer. It was only the second time we have been abroad. Okay,
Mhm.
when you are going to start about how many times you have done something. After it, sorry, after that, yes, after it was through two or three times, years or a long time or since, you can say like this. It was a long time since she had last seen her old school friend. I know you know this part, okay? After certain linkers, for example, after, before, by the way, by the time, as soon as, once, when, or until. Here's an example here. It was dark by the time it had finished repairing the roof. Okay? This is like
Okay.
the narrative tense. Okay?
Mhm.
In the simple past can be used if the order of events is clear. For example, I had a relaxing bath after I got home from work. It's like a
Mm.
sequence. Yes.
Yeah.
Or if the second event was a result of the first, in that case we can use as well use the simple past. When the
Mm.
music started, everyone got up to dance. So first it occurred this, and then it happened this. Now,
Mm.
participle clauses can sometimes be used in place of clauses with when or after in the past perfect. For example, having eaten, like if it was the subject of the sentence, having eaten his sandwich, he left. It means that after he had eaten his
Mm.
sandwich, he left. Okay? What
Yeah.
about that? Unfulfilled past events. The following structures are used for events which were intended to take place but didn't. They didn't. Okay?
Mhm.
So, number one, I was going to, or I was about to send you an email, but I had a few problems with my computer, right?
Mm.
Or maybe she had been or she was thinking of going to Iceland, but changed her mind and went to Norway instead. Or the meeting which was to have taken place. In this case, we use, you see, the will to express the future was to. The meeting
Was
which
to have.
was to or was going to have
Mm-hmm.
take place last weekend was
Was to
unexpectedly cancelled or called off. Okay, and yeah, it is all about that.
have. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah. Hmm. That was useful.
Yes. So we have to go over the listening task.
Okay.
This will come to you as a surprise because in this part it's a little bit different like in the B2 first exam. Why? Because you're gonna hear, you have to hear 5 short extracts, okay,
Mm-hmm.
in which people is going to be talking about a difficult decision they had to make. But in this case, to make this part easier, the Cambridge has provided you with only 6 options, not
Mm-hmm.
eight, not eight like in the virtual first. But you have to hear 2 audios. Sorry, to complete these both tasks at the same time.
Okay.
Yes. So at the same time, you have to decide what is in this part is speaking one from 5, and the other part as well.
Okay. Okay. The same audio is for the 12 options.
Yes.
No way. Okay.
Yes, that is why it is a little bit different. I don't know why, but it is in the C2 exam format. Okay, so
Mhm.
I'm gonna play the audio and try to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
so how to go about it? It is useful to read this kind of advices. First, you have to read both tasks carefully before you start to listen, of course, for sure. Then you have
Yeah.
to underline the keywords in the options and try to predict how they might be paraphrased. Okay, in what way? For example, task one, a desire to be healthier. Task, for example, it could be I wish my ambition is to get fitter, feel physically well, and so on. The first time you hear the speakers, it is advisable that you mark the options in both at the same time. The
Mm-hmm.
task one and two that you think that are correct. You have to make notes that a speaker may sometimes provide the answer to task two before they provide the answer of the task one. So that is
Yeah.
why you have to be careful. So
Okay.
you have to use the second time you listen to confirm or to reassure or change the options that you chose. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So in the exam, you will have, as you know, 45 seconds to read through the task before you listen.
Mm-hmm.
You have to complete the 2 tasks while you listen at the same time. Each task has 8 options. In this case, are 6. And as you
Mm-hmm.
listen, you have to match one option from task one and one option from task two to each speaker. Okay, and that is okay. So I'm gonna look for the audio, and this is the audio number two. That two. Okay, let me see. Here it is.
You will hear 5 short extracts.
Yes, it is. Okay, so get ready, please.
Yep.
Okay, let me see.
You will hear 5 short extracts in which people are talking about a difficult decision they had to make. To make your first Part 4 listening easier, there are only 6 options, not 8, to choose from in each task. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list A to F what led to the speaker making their difficult decision. For questions 6 to 10, choose from the list A to F what advice the speaker gives about making difficult decisions. While you listen, you must complete both tasks. Speaker 1.
As much as I don't like to admit it, splitting up with my husband was a mistake. We'd got married when we were very young, and everyone said we'd rushed into it. But actually, for the first few years, we were really good together. Then, as our money worries began to pile up, so did the friction between us. It was a tough decision to make, but I thought we'd be better off apart because, in that way we could still remain friends. Now I think that people with problems like ours should try and take a more detached approach. You're going to regret it if you act in the heat of the moment.
Speaker 2.
I was a no-hoper at school, see? No one had heard of dyslexia in those days, and my teachers basically gave up on me. It was always, you'll end up in a terrible job, and I did. All I'd say to young people now is, self-doubt is your worst enemy. So if you're struggling to choose the right path for yourself, go with your gut feeling. For me, it wasn't until I hit my 30s that I finally found the courage to apply to do an engineering degree. Choosing to go back into education wasn't easy, and I suspect I almost did it out of spite, like I was driven by wanting to escape the fate that had been predicted for me.
Speaker 3.
I'd always hoped to do voluntary work overseas, ever since I qualified as a nurse, but the time was never right. Then one day, an old acquaintance got in touch and asked if I could help set up a clinic for a tiny island community. Initially, I was like, my dreams come true. And then I went into a right panic and thought, am I capable of doing this? It was stressing me out, not being able to make up my mind. In the end, it was a colleague who convinced me to go. Sometimes it's good to get the opinion of someone like that. When they've worked alongside you, they can see things in you which you can't see yourself.
Speaker 4.
When my cousin Sue suggested we take over a cafe franchise together, it took me a long time to commit to the idea. It was certainly appealing, but the potential risks were putting me off. Especially when you're considering setting up a company with a family member or relative, you need a very clear business plan. And that's where an independent financial advisor comes in. Once that plan had been laid out for us, I felt happier about going ahead with the cafe. That actually meant giving up a secure job, but I'd felt stuck in a rut for a long time, and I was looking for a way out. Thanks to Sue, I found it.
Speaker 5.
Never make a life-changing decision unless you have all the facts. It can be time-consuming, but you've got to sift through a heap of articles, find out what you need to know, and then make the right choice for yourself. In my case, I was feeling lethargic every day, and for a lawyer, you really can't afford to slow down. That's not fair on your clients. Plus, the senior partners will be less than impressed with your performance. So, eventually, I opted to cut processed food out of my diet as a way of boosting my energy levels, even though I knew it would be quite the challenge.
You will hear 5 short extracts in which people are talking about a difficult decision they had to make. To make your first Part 4 listening easier, there are only 6 options, not 8, to choose from in each task. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list A to F what led to the speaker making their difficult decision. For questions 6 to 10, choose from the list A to F what advice the speaker gives about making difficult decisions. While you listen, you must complete both tasks. Speaker 1.
As much as I don't like to admit it, splitting up with my husband was a mistake. We'd got married when we were very young, and everyone said we'd rushed into it. But actually, for the first few years, we were really good together. Then, as our money worries began to pile up, so did the friction between us. It was a tough decision to make, but I thought we'd be better off apart because, in that way we could still remain friends. Now I think that people with problems like ours should try and take a more detached approach. You're going to regret it if you act in the heat of the moment.
Speaker 2.
I was a no-hoper at school, see? No one had heard of dyslexia in those days, and my teachers basically gave up on me. It was always, you'll end up in a terrible job, and I did. All I'd say to young people now is, self-doubt is your worst enemy. So if you're struggling to choose the right path for yourself, go with your gut feeling. For me, it wasn't until I hit my 30s that I finally found the courage to apply to do an engineering degree. Choosing to go back into education wasn't easy, and I suspect I almost did it out of spite, like I was driven by wanting to escape the fate that had been predicted for me.
Speaker 3.
I'd always hoped to do voluntary work overseas, ever since I qualified as a nurse. But the time was never right. Then one day, an old acquaintance got in touch and asked if I could help set up a clinic for a tiny island community. Initially, I was like, my dreams come true. And then I went into a right panic and thought, am I capable of doing this? It was stressing me out, not being able to make up my mind. In the end, it was a colleague who convinced me to go. Sometimes it's good to get the opinion of someone like that. When they've worked alongside you, they can see things in you which you can't see yourself.
Speaker 4.
When my cousin Sue suggested we take over a cafe franchise together, it took me a long time to commit to the idea. It was certainly appealing, but the potential risks were putting me off. Especially when you're considering setting up a company with a family member or relative, you need a very clear business plan. And that's where an independent financial advisor comes in. Once that plan had been laid out for us, I felt happier about going ahead with the cafe. That actually meant giving up a secure job, but I'd felt stuck in a rut for a long time, and I was looking for a way out. Thanks to Sue, I found it.
Speaker 5.
Never make a life-changing decision unless you have all the facts. It can be time-consuming, but you've got to sift through a heap of articles, find out what you need to know, and then make the right choice for yourself. In my case, I was feeling lethargic every day, and for a lawyer, you really can't afford to slow down. That's not fair on your clients. Plus, the senior partners will be less than impressed with your performance. So, eventually, I opted to cut processed food out of my diet as a way of boosting my energy levels, even though I knew it would be quite the challenge.
Okay. What did you feel like about the exercise? Difficult? It is quite challenging, this part. I would like I would like to give you one strategy. And actually this is the only one that I discovered that it works. I don't know, as far as I know, to me. It is you have to listen to the audio and not reading the options. You just have to pay very close attention to the audio first to hold the audio, okay? And then in the second time that you're gonna hear the audio one more time, in that part you have to be analyzing what it could be each one, okay? That is, yes, because that will allow you to organize your ideas in your mind. Because if from the first time you are trying to guess what is the first one, the second, no, it will get you confused. So, but let's see how it went for you. Okay, let's go over the first time. Yes, number the task one. Okay, that task one. Speaker one was letter C. Speaker two, letter E. Letter F, number three. Speaker 4, letter D, and speaker 5, letter A. Three. Okay, perfect. It is well. Yes. And the next one, the task 2. Speaker 1, F, E. Speaker 2, A. Speaker 3, F. Speaker 4, C. And speaker 5, D. So you have in the global, you have in totally five. 5 out of 12. Ah, yes, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, yes, 50-50. Yes, it is. It is okay, actually. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let me know, please, what you're about to tell me. Okay. So, as you know, we have just a few minutes that are left. Okay, so it's time to practice a little bit of speaking. Yeah, we got to finish. It it says that we have to talk to your partner. In this case, you're gonna talk with me about the time in your life when something changed. Okay, like something that was a radical change. You have to mention some of the following in relation to the change. For example, reasons for it, how easy or how difficult it was, your feelings before and afterwards this change, other people's attitude towards this change, of course, and the sequences of the change. Okay? So please think of one of the most significant changes in your life. And please tell me reasons, and I'm gonna be asking you if there is something that is appealing to me. Yes. You had to get older to be mature, to become mature, right? Yes. But you have to be a little bit more rigorous regarding your lifestyle, I guess. Okay, but as you know, there are so many people actually that even if when they are in their 20, they are 25, 25, 26, 20, even in the 30s, they behave like if we're like a stupid child, we can say, right? But what were the reasons that lead you to this change in your case? What do you mean? What do you mean? No, no, of course. Or maybe there was someone that helped you to read, for example, a girl or not. No. Okay. Yes. Okay, so and what was did the people around you notice this kind of changes in your life or not? Okay, so thank you so much, my dear Diego. Okay, so with that, that is all for today. Okay, so don't forget, did you write your essay?